Please remember to post a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you can always get my latest travel videos. Well, I'm out of there, and I gotta tell you, there's a couple of things. First of all, it's really windy up there. I'm gonna show you the tower, how high it is. It's not that tall, but I guess because of where I am, this very congested city, the wind is blocked. So I think that's what it is. I'm here in this Piazza San Marco, and there's the Basilica. And from everything I've seen so far, all the research, the Basilica is costs €5 to go up to there, and all you get a view of is St. Mark's Square, whereas the tower, you get a higher view of all of Venice. Well, I have some education now and some perspective, so I'm going to give you a bit of a tour of the main center of Venice. So that is the Venetian Tower. It was created as a lookout tower to warn this guy. See his window up there? That's the Doge, or the Duke of Venice.
The Doge, or Duke, was the highest rank in Venetian society. Much like the Pope, the Doge of Venice was elected for life by the Venetian ruling families. The Duke was more of a ceremonial figure than a ruler. He had the duties of a king, but little real power to govern.
And over there is St. Mark's Cathedral, which is the royal church, the royal cathedral. Because this guy who lived here is the owner of Venice, basically. And over here are his government offices. And you're going to see the famous flying lion.
The winged lion was a symbol of Saint Mark. Legend says that an angel appeared to him as a winged lion in a dream when he was in Venice. It told him he would find peace in Venice. And this is Saint Theodore. Theodore was the first patron saint of Venice. He was in the Roman Legion and became a warrior saint. Legend said that he fought dragons, so he is shown here on top of a dragon that he killed. So you've got Saint Theodore, the first patron saint of Venice, shown killing a dragon, and Saint Mark, represented as a winged lion who replaced him as patron saint of Venice.
And you have this tower, which symbolizes that you're approaching Venice. And the gateway is here. So now we are at this pier. This is the main entrance to Venice. So what happened is, see that island out there? That's got a similar tower, a Venetian tower. And that island would spot, just in case there's enemy coming, and they would have cannons set up at that island and also this island. So it would be protecting this area. And again, this is the Doge's palace, and there's this Doge's lookout. Doge is the Duke. And this is his palace. It's the main palace, and there is the rest of this area where all the royals and the upscale people lived. And of course, they could see who was coming, and they could protect themselves with cannons and ships and everything else, and they could make sure that their island was being protected. That's the design of this place. This whole area is St. Mark's Square. That's what I found out. So this area and the other area. And the other area is government buildings. And we're going to explore a little bit more as I go along. Well, I know you'll enjoy this story. It's about public toilets in Venice. 3 signs were incorrect that they don't have a public toilet in that area. I've had to ask 4 different people where the public toilet is. as I look at this beautiful view of St. Mark's Square and the tower and St. Mark's Basilica, I'm going to give you a few tips. Number one, the toilet costs €1.50. There is a person who makes change for you because the machine which accepts the coins doesn't provide change. So that's kind of an interesting thing. So the entire reason why the person is employed is because the machine doesn't provide change. So she's got a cash drawer that gives you 50 cents back for a €2 coin. And it was clean, it was nice, it was well equipped. Of course, €1.50, that's close to $3 Canadian for going to the toilet. So glad I did it. Now, no, but it is in the corner over there under the sign that says Musi, and then you have to walk around through a maze of streets until this narrow little street, and you'll see a WC sign. And anyway, more later. So a famous site here is the Bridge of Sighs, which is that bridge that you see. What that is from this is the Doji's palace here, and the Doji's courthouse, and then they would send the prisoners, including, I think the most famous prisoner was Casanova.
Casanova, the famous Italian lover, was arrested for affront to religion and common decency. He was sentenced to 5 years. He escaped from the prison a year and a half later and fled to France.
And they would take him over to this, which was the prison. So it was the Bridge of Sighs because it was the last time you see Venice. So you'd sigh as you looked out those windows and come over here. This is the fable anyway, that's why it's called the Bridge of Sighs. So I'm on this bridge, and I'm going to give you the perspective as to, so the Bridge of Sighs is, and you can see those islands, those protective islands that the Doji created. I'm sure they're man-made.
Venice and many of the surrounding islands are man-made. The islands were built by digging canals to drain the land and then driving long wooden poles into the clay of the marshy ground for support. There were few trees in the area, so Venetians had to bring alderwood by ship from neighboring countries like Croatia, Montenegro, and Slovenia.
I don't think there was any natural islands here in the area. Maybe there was, and they used it as reinforcement, again, to protect this area. This is a much brighter area of Venice, as you can see, and with a lot more stops for the Vaporetto. More later. Behind me is another big statue commemorated to the revolution in 1880. That's pretty significant for Italy. I think that's Vittorio Emanuele on the top horse there.
Victor Emmanuel II was the King of Sardinia following his father's reign. He was a major force behind the unification of Italy and became the first king of the Kingdom of Italy. He set up the new capital in Rome in 1871.
I wanted to show you this beautiful view. This is what you think of when you think of coming to Europe. Just wanted to give you this perspective of Venice. So this is the waterfront of Venice. I came from over there, which is the Doji Palace, but you've got a row of these buildings and it just goes on for a while. Nothing is really crossing the Grand Canal. It's just these little bridges, and they have little inlets, and you can take a gondola back to your hotel through the network of streets. But yeah, it's quite commercial. Then you've got these little bus stops here, and apparently you can go to the airport, Murano, using this boat service.
You can take a private water taxi between the Marco Polo Airport and Venice. The cost is about €105 or $115 US, and the trip takes about 30 to 35 minutes. You can also take the water bus, which is public transit and only costs 20 euros or 22 US dollars. The water bus, however, makes multiple stops and takes 90 minutes to make the same trip.
So I thought I'd show you this view. This is kind of what you think of when you think of Europe, you know, and what you think of when you think of Venice. The other curious question you're going to have is how clean is the water? And the answer is dolphin clean. Boy, that's actually pretty clean water. There's fresh seaweed there. There's no pollution. There's no garbage. So that's something I didn't think would be in Venice. So they do have environmental rules that basically keep the water very clean, which is nice.
And so we say farewell to Venice. I hope you enjoyed our series. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to find out where I'm going next. Please subscribe, post a like, and hit the notification bell for future videos.